I really don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media, but what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequences.
What happens when the details of a high-profile divorce spill into the public, and everything you thought you knew about the couple turns upside down? The divorce drama just took a new turn, with shocking new revelations that make everything clearer than ever. This isn't just a divorce. It's a battle full of secrets, lies, and now, the truth is finally coming out. The video begins with the latest bombshell in the ongoing divorce saga. Shocking new details have surfaced that reveal just how messy the split really is. As the camera rolls, new revelations pour out, showing the real reason behind the breakdown of the marriage. These explosive claims and evidence now come to light, exposing the turmoil behind what seemed like a perfect union. The details include accusations of betrayal, emotional manipulation, and hidden agendas. Everything that was once kept behind closed doors is now being exposed for the world to see. The hidden truths about the relationship, once buried under public appearances, are now revealed for the world to consume, sparking debates and emotional reactions from the public. The situation escalates as both parties in the divorce are forced to defend themselves, with accusations flying in both directions. The media feeds on every new detail, dissecting the story piece by piece. As the press and fans continue to speculate, both Tiana and Iman are faced with mounting pressure to explain their actions. Fans and the media alike are left stunned by how much more complicated things have become. What seemed like a typical high-profile divorce has now become a messy public spectacle. The story, which had initially been framed as a simple breakup, now reveals the darker side of their marriage, leaving fans questioning what really went wrong. The new revelations not only make the situation more dramatic, but they also explain a lot of the tension and behavior that fans had previously questioned. The public had long wondered about the friction beneath the surface, and now it all makes sense. The puzzle pieces are falling into place. As the story continues to unfold, it's clear that the divorce is far from over, and the drama is only intensifying. Both parties seem unwilling to back down, and the public's obsession with the details only fuels the flames of the scandal. Fans can't look away, wondering what more will be revealed. The public is divided. Some are sympathetic to one party, while others believe the other side is the victim of a much more complex situation. The internet is split, with opinions pouring in from every direction. The question now becomes, who is really to blame, and can they both move on from this public mess? These new details make everything make sense, but they also raise new questions. What else is being hidden? And who is really to blame? While some believe they now have the full picture, others are wondering if there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered. As the internet buzzes with speculation, everyone is anxiously awaiting the next chapter in this explosive divorce battle. Tiana and Iman's relationship, once seen as a picture-perfect love story, is now being re-examined in light of the new divorce revelations. Fans once idolized their relationship, seeing it as the ideal mix of love, chemistry, and mutual respect. But now, with new details emerging, the truth behind the public image is being questioned. Looking back, fans now see that things were not as idyllic as they appeared on the outside. There were cracks in the relationship, but they were hidden by their public personas. The couple's constant display of affection and public appearances masked deeper issues that now seem to have reached a breaking point. The relationship had always been complicated. Moments of happiness mixed with emotional distance, trust issues, and mounting pressure from the public eye. These complexities, which were previously concealed, are now coming to the forefront, and fans are left piecing together what they missed. The divorce details now bring clarity to why things fell apart, explaining the tensions that fans may have missed at the time. Looking at their history, it seems that the seeds of their breakup were sown much earlier, and the fallout was inevitable, given the emotional strain they were both under. The history between them was full of passion, but also a series of unresolved issues that came to a head during their marriage. Now, with the breakup out in the open, it's clear that the couple struggled with trust, communication, and personal challenges that no one had noticed before. As more details are revealed, fans are starting to connect the dots, realizing that the breakup wasn't as sudden as it seemed. It had been building for a long time. The cracks in their relationship, once invisible, now seem to have been there all along. The painful truth is now coming out, and it's clear that the end of their relationship was inevitable. Tiana and Iman's past together is now under scrutiny. Was the love genuine, or was it more about maintaining a public image? Fans are left questioning whether their relationship was based on love, or if it was more of a public spectacle meant to keep up appearances. The new revelations about their divorce reveal the emotional complexities of their relationship, showing just how hard it was to keep everything together behind closed doors. It's clear now that both individuals were carrying a heavy emotional load, but neither was able to fully open up to the other, which ultimately led to the collapse of their marriage. The contrast between their public image and their private struggles is now clearer than ever, and the truth behind their split is finally starting to make sense. What seemed like a fairy tale romance is now seen in a completely different light, as fans understand just how difficult it was to maintain that image. Looking back, the breakdown of their marriage now seems inevitable. But the question remains, could they have saved it, or were the issues too deep to fix? This lingering question will continue to haunt their fans as they try to make sense of what went wrong. Both Tiana and Iman's families are now caught in the whirlwind of the divorce drama, with mixed reactions to the new details being exposed. Family members on both sides are struggling to process the information that is now public, with some offering support and others questioning what they had known about the relationship. Tiana's family has become particularly protective of her in the wake of the scandal, fiercely defending her against the allegations and the harsh judgment being cast by the public. As they rally behind her, they also find themselves questioning just how much they truly knew about the relationship with Iman. They are hurt by the invasion of privacy that has forced Tiana's most intimate struggles into the public eye, leaving them feeling vulnerable and exposed as well. The scrutiny has not only affected Tiana, but it's also deeply impacted her family, who now must navigate the constant judgment and speculation surrounding her personal life. While they want to protect her and shield her from the ongoing media storm, they also recognize that the public nature of the situation is taking a toll on Tiana's emotional state. Some family members worry that the weight of this scrutiny could harm her mental health in the long run, and they are torn between wanting to shield her from further harm and respecting her decision to handle the situation publicly. Iman's family, on the other hand, is also struggling to come to terms with the ongoing fallout. They are concerned for him, especially as the new revelations about his relationship with Tiana paint him in a much harsher light than they had anticipated. The narrative that has emerged from the scandal has painted Iman as a villain in the eyes of the public, and his family is deeply troubled by the toll this is taking on his reputation and his personal well-being. Some relatives feel that Iman has been unfairly portrayed and that the media has exacerbated the situation, distorting the truth and focusing on sensationalized details that don't tell the full story. Others, however, wonder if Iman could have handled the situation differently, if he could have avoided the conflict that has now become the center of public attention. The emotional toll of the situation is undeniable, and his family is struggling to find a way to support him without exacerbating the damage that has been done. As much as they want to stand by him, they are also aware of the long-lasting impact this scandal may have on his career and his image. The emotional toll of the divorce itself is also evident. Both families are deeply concerned about how this situation is affecting their loved ones. Tiana's relatives, though overwhelmingly supportive of her, are grappling with their own concerns about the public nature of the divorce. They worry that the scrutiny Tiana is under is damaging her reputation and emotional well-being, and they feel torn between wanting to protect her from further harm and respecting her decision to be open about her struggles. They recognize that Tiana has chosen to share her story in a public way, but they can't help but feel that the constant media attention is doing more harm than good. Some family members suggest that Tiana might find peace if she were able to distance herself from the public eye, while others encourage her to continue fighting for what she believes in, whether it's for herself, her family, or her future. Iman's family is divided in their response. While some family members sympathize with Iman's struggles and the pain he's enduring from the public fallout, others are frustrated by how things have played out so publicly. The media circus surrounding the divorce has only added unnecessary stress to the situation, and many in his family feel that the public nature of the breakup is amplifying the emotional turmoil. These relatives are particularly concerned about how this will affect Iman's career and future opportunities, with some fearing that his image as a public figure will never recover from the damage caused by the scandal. The conflict between Iman and Tiana, once a private matter, is now a very public spectacle, and for some family members, this is a source of immense frustration. They feel helpless in protecting him from the judgments of the public and the media, knowing that no matter how much they support him, the public perception is often out of their control. As the scandal continues to unfold, both families are grappling with the emotional fallout. The pressure is mounting, and they are faced with the challenge of supporting their loved ones while navigating a public spectacle like this. The emotional toll is not just on Tiana and Iman but on their families as well, who are caught in the middle of the conflict. They want to stand by their loved ones, offering support and understanding, but they also want to shield them from the harsh judgment of the public eye. Some family members are urging both Tiana and Iman to make peace with one another, believing that reconciliation could help alleviate some of the tension and bring closure to the situation. Others, however, believe that the split is the only option and that it's time for both parties to move on. The families are now facing the complex challenge of reconciling their own emotions with the reality of the public fallout from the breakup, all while trying to provide comfort and support to the individuals they care about most. Tiana's family is also wondering if she'll be able to move on and heal from this, while Iman's family is trying to protect him from further emotional harm. With emotions running high, both families are struggling to find a balance between supporting their loved ones and managing the fallout of the scandal. The families now face the challenge of dealing with the personal, emotional fallout of the divorce while being pulled into the public drama. As they try to support Tiana and Iman through this, they are also forced to confront their own feelings and reactions to the situation.